everyone, and welcome back to the Fusion Connect app training. Now we're going to go ahead and talk about prospect management and how to work better with your prospects so that you can get the best results using our system. Prior to this, if you recall, we talked about how to share content. As you also may remember, is that you are reminded to go ahead and follow up with prospects as you send out your messaging. And those reminders are set up to where initially you can select 1 day, 3 days, or 7 days. But let's go ahead and take a look under the prospect button, and let's look at somebody that we've just been prospecting in the last couple minutes. So we have, today is the 21st, so we see right here, if you remember, that we were prospecting Rylan right here. So let's tap on him. And you can see, oh, wrong one. Let's go back to Rylan. There you go. And you can see that we prospected him a little bit ago. You got his mobile number in here, his email in here, his language. But here's the reminder. So what the reminder will do is exactly 2:44 my time tomorrow, or in 3 days, I'm sorry, in 3 days, I did a 3-day reminder. We will get a push message coming in as an alert notification into our phone to follow up with Rylan, and it will give me his mobile number and his email handily to go ahead and follow up. In addition, that reminder will be sent to you via email as a backup. Okay, so when you get that in, you want to follow up. That is the key to our system. If you don't follow up when you get the reminders, then the system is of no use. You have to follow up and talk to them about what videos they watched, how much they, how much of it they may have watched, and what samples you may want to offer, and to get together and talk about your Fusion products and business. Okay, so you need to follow up. But let's say you talk to somebody and they want you to call them back on a different date. Let's say they wanted you to call you back on the 25th at 5 o'clock. So right here is 24. Well, how would you change that? Well, you just hit the edit button. Okay, you come down to the reminder, you move it to the 25th, you move it to 5 o'clock, okay, and then just like that, you hit done, then you hit save, and just like that, the app will now remind you on the 25th at 5 p.m. Okay, that's how that works. Very simple, very easy to do, and you can do that as often as you want. You want to always follow up with the history and how to manage your prospect and make sure you don't forget to follow up. And if you can't follow up when you're reminded, make it a habit to go in and update your reminder for when you can follow up. That's what you want to do. So make sure you know how to do it, and you simply do it by hitting the edit button, change the reminder, and save it. Okay? Let's go ahead now, go over and take a look at some other information, such as history. So in here, there's always going to be a history of whether or not the person has received a video and what percent of that video that they have viewed. And it's very important so that you can follow up with them and keep track of what you've sent them and what the interest level would be. One golden rule that I use is that if the prospect watches anything more than 10% of the video, that shows some interest, so I'm going to follow up with them as soon as possible and talk to them about, hey, I saw you watch some of the video or all of the video. I'd like to talk to you a little more about our products or our business. When can we get together? And so that's how I utilize the history, the follow-up in the history section, to be able to follow up properly with the prospect. The other area that you can go and check to see what's been going on and who has viewed things is under the alerts button. Okay, and the alerts button is another way to help manage your prospects. This one here happens to correspond also with the one right here on my Fusion app. And on the iPhone, what that means is there's one unread alert. And that's what that means. So if I tap on the alerts button, you're going to see that I have one unread alert. And that alert is right here with the dark blue circle. All these have been read, so any unread alert will have a dark blue circle. Ones who don't have nothing mean that they've been read. So if I want to view that alert, I simply tap on it, and you can see that I see, wow, Rylan Love has just viewed the video, animated compensation on 6/21. Okay, that's today. 2:51, not too long ago, and here's his email and telephone. Great, I'm going to follow up right now. That's how you want to do it. You see the alert, you see the business information you have, and now you follow up and you talk to them about what they have just viewed. Okay, that's how you want to do it. Let me close that out. In addition, the alert system has some management features. So if you get a lot of alerts because you're doing a lot of prospecting, more than I have here, you can start to filter. So let me tap on that. You can filter on all your alerts, of course, deleted. So once you delete them, you can go back and find them. So if I have any deleted, I don't have any. So I'll go back to all, and there they are. Okay, but let me delete this one by swiping left. On Android, you'll press delete and then delete, trash. Okay, so I just delete it. So if I want to see deleted, I have one there. Excellent. In addition, you can filter by read and unread. So I've obviously read all these, so when I hit read, it's going to show them all. I have no unread, so if I click on that, it should show none, and it does. And then I'll go back to all. So that's how easy and fast you can check to see what you've read and not read, or go find an alert you may have deleted. In addition, you can edit all this content pretty quickly by using the edit button. When you hit the edit button, it gives you a number of commands that if you just want to clear out all of them, you can select them all and do something with them. You can mark them all as read. You can click on this one here. Or if I want to change this one back to unread, I can go here. Mark as unread. And just like that, they're viewed. If I go back to the edit button, you can see I can also move one to trash. So if I want to move this one and this one to trash, I can move them to trash and they go away. And then if I want to find those again, I can go back to filter, go back to deleted, and there's going to be my 3 that I've deleted. So I want you to know it's very easy to manage all these alerts, find alerts that you want to find, and utilize them for your next action that you should be doing. I starred this one as unread, so I wonder why. I click on it. I go, oh, okay, John Presley's just viewed. I want to follow up with him. So that's how you can quickly utilize the system. So in review, the prospects button, by tapping it, is where all of your existing prospects that you've been marketing to are. You can go ahead and click on them to simply see all of their contact information and what's been going on. You can edit information by tapping that, and you can actually change any information that's in a gray area. You can add notes, such as good prospect. And you can go ahead and change different information on that prospect anytime you want. That's what the gray is. So if you want, again, don't forget, if you want to change your reminder, I now want to move that to the 26th. Done. Save. And any changes are now saved, including my notes. So whenever you come back to a prospect, you can review what's been going on with them. In addition, we talked about making sure you check your history down below to find out what percentage of video that the person has watched. And last, what we did about sorting and managing your prospects is we went out to the home page and we went into the alerts section. And the alerts section gives you all the different alerts that you have been sent about all of your prospect watching videos or working with three-way call that we've already talked about with your upline and things like that. So just know that this is how you manage your prospects, how you sort them, and how you can find out more information on them to follow up. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and talk about events and event management. So thank you very much, and we'll continue in just a few.